What is up, guys? In today's video we have an inside the mind style video and walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and if you guys would like to use my code in the item shop when getting anything, it is Evolve Jake, just like my channel name is, and it is underneath the webcam at all times. So we're going Clausy Lodge this game. It was just the first POI in the bus path, and it's been a while since I've landed here for one of these videos, I believe. I'm kind of surprised this place stayed after Winterfest ended. I kind of thought that it was like going to be a temporary addition to the map, but it is here somewhat permanently at least. We'll see what changes on the map next season, which is always interesting. But the place that was here before it became Clausy Lodge, I kind of liked more, where it had like that special chest that you could open. The MK and 4 shockwaves off the rip. You love to see it, but I need to find more weapons. Okay, nice. I'm gonna say the MK is kind of weird to use. It has like the worst hip fire accuracy of all time, so I don't want this as like, I don't really want it for close range. We still have no shield as well, which is horrendous. It's one of the things you have to think about when shooting at people off spawn. Like, I get this kill for free, but the cost is that I'm like a little slower on looting, and hopefully the fact that I got that guy out of the game makes my life easier to the point where that trade is worthwhile. But when you have a lot of people landing at an area like this, it isn't always that way. Especially when you get kind of unfortunate RNG like I did and it takes a bit to get shield. Seems like there's a lot of people landing here, but I don't really hear anything happening now. We got shot from the side earlier. Just up right in front of me. This is an AI. Just push on. We'll block 1 shot's worth of damage, which may or may not matter. We'll see. I feel like the time you notice it most is like anything with a slow fire rate that hits hard, so like snipers and shotguns. Unfortunately, he takes it off with that shot, and so didn't really do anything for me, because that would have been a shot that like wouldn't have really hit me otherwise. Like, he just hit the piece of the bush that was hanging over. We'll go and use this mist. Before, I maybe would have liked to carry this as a healing item. It was like a nice, it was a very well balanced item, I thought, where it was a cover item, a healing item, and a mobility item all in one. But it wasn't like the greatest at being any of those things. Like, the healing wasn't the best on it, the cover wasn't the best, and then obviously the mobility was good, but not as quite as good as, you know, shockwaves, a mask, or even the wingsuit. But Fortnite recently made it to where the low gravity effect of it is gone. There was a bug where people are getting underneath the map, I think. And so for some reason, to fix that bug, you know, removing the low gravity did the trick. And so now it doesn't give the low gravity aspect. And now I feel like it's just like a mid healing item and a mid cover item, especially in solos. In team game modes, the fact that you can heal everybody at once obviously is a huge point of value. But without the low gravity effect, I think it's really not that great. I really liked that low gravity effect, especially when trying to use the SMGs, because using something like the Hollow Rush SMG in place of an AR, it can be very good, but you're obviously lacking on range, and you can kind of make up for that lack of range with like using your mobility really well. And I think the low gravity was one of those things that would work really well. Not necessarily for negating long range fights. I guess you could like fizz and then shockwave away and go really far, but more so just like the floating around with the low gravity effect felt so good on the SMG. I guess we'll do this. My inventory makes very little sense right now, though. Wait, do I have enough money for more big? No, I don't. It's fine. The main reason to kind of use the SMG, I think, would be to have a better spray weapon for up close. And using the duels, I don't really need a better spray weapon for up close, because you don't need to swap. Like, I feel like the SMG, you're trading a bit of long range for making your pump more deadly up close, because you can like swap to the SMG rather than the AR. And so if I'm going to use the duels, I feel like the AR would definitely be the way to go. I just didn't find it at IR. The MK is there, but I'd rather have the SMG than the MK. Like, it's the SMG is better up close and medium range than the MK, and then they both feel rough for like really long range and for shooting people out of the sky using the wingsuit. Like, they have the same strengths and weaknesses, and I just think the SMG is better for those strengths. Okay, sniping over here. I don't really care to eliminate Bigfoot. The Flex SMG is good, but... There we go. Flex SMG is good, but I'd rather have the Hollow Rush. Okay, wingsuiting onto me. I maybe could have just, like, turned and shot him. I kind of thought I was weaker than I was. I decided just to hop on this guy here because I had the duels. And at first, I kind of thought he was running from somebody. Like, I thought he wingsuited up here away from Wonky Land to get away from somebody. So I was expecting him to be weak. But that's, like, one of the annoying aspects of the duels is it kind of just enables playing in that 50-50 way. And you're very dangerous. And it is a 50-50, but the fact that you have dual shotguns that have, like, ridiculous, you know, damage potential, and you're dictating the terms of the fight makes it something that's very winnable for you. Like, you can just kind of consistently play very dumb with the duels, and it'll work out if you hit your shots. Got the chug jug off that Bigfoot. The car's kind of shambles. I don't know where this enemy is, but this is a fight that just doesn't make sense for me having the SMG. Oh, there he is. Like, pretty ideal aim there, and I only do 100 damage. He shockwaves away. That thing shooting in pistol over there is an AI, I'm pretty sure. The person I had weak is for some reason trying to go kill this. Like, right there, the SMG absolutely melts. Footsteps behind me. It might be a drone, but... we can kind of bait this AI. Maybe. Not as much damage as I would have liked. Let's go ahead and use this top off and get out of here with his car. So it turns out those footsteps behind me were an AI, but I wasn't sure of that at the time. Like, I just see footsteps behind me, and then I know this guy is in front of me in a car. So I just want to shockwave away and not get pinched. Again, you never really know sometimes. Like, I'd rather just be on the side of a bit safety there and, you know, waste a shock than end up getting pinched by two real players. And even with it being an AI, I don't think it was a waste because I don't want to get pinched regardless. Like, I kind of used the AI against that player there in the same way that he could have used it against me. But I think for him, like, he definitely could have had more info on it and kind of just ignored the AI and worried more about me. But yeah, there's certain ranges where this SMG just absolutely melts. The kill prior to the... when I first shockwaved over into that area, that guy went down so quick. And this is only a green one. Get in, please. He doesn't want to get in. But the SMG melts. Once again. There was, like, more fighting over here, I think. There's loot in that doorway, so maybe it was there. 120 damage. I would like to shockwave on this. But it's, like, a weird shockwave to do. Because, yeah, okay. I'm traveling from high to low, so I don't want to, like, jump or go too far. Nice. That's, like, a situation where it almost would have been really sad to have the SMG. when he shockwaves us both away, because the in-air damage on this thing is pitiful. Like, I was hitting him for such low damage there, but I had him so weak that it works out. But anyways, what I was trying to say is, like, shockwaving from this high ground to the low ground there, I wanted to get, like, basically right where I went. So I kind of just tried to stand still when I shockwaved, or kind of go slowly. If I had been sprinting or jumping, I would have gone too far. And then he backs up into that building, but because shockwaves can break through structures, I could just shockwave through the wall at him and continue to, like, pressure that damage I had. Shockwaving through the wall like that is kind of a 50-50 play. Like, you're just kind of creating a somewhat random fight. But the fact that I'm the one dictating it, and it's something that's, like, chaotic and surprising for them, gives me an advantage. And the fact that I had hit him for 120 damage also gives me, you know, somewhat of an advantage. If we had just done no damage to each other, I likely wouldn't have been doing that unless I just thought they were bad. But it still could have backfired on me. He had the mythic pump. He could have just hit hard, but he didn't. Got a bit awkward there in that, like, doorway as well. 2 players remain. One of them might be a boss up here. Yeah, this is not like a location where a boss spawns. I don't like this. Like, my character movement felt so awkward there. Like, sitting in such a weird spot. I'm gonna shock up and then try to beam him from... Oh my gosh. Not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to shock up and then beam him from the sky, but for some reason I swapped to my chug jug instead of the SMG. I think I was on the wrong set of shockwaves. Like, carrying 2 sets actually messed me up there. Because my one's in slot 3... is missing one. I thought I was on, like, the slot 4 shockwaves, and I could just, like, right swap and then get to my SMG. That 9 damage is irrelevant, but we marked him, which is useful for me. Now I'm marked as well. And my mark on him expired, so he has an information advantage at this time. But that SMG is so good for those plays. Like, I'm going to do it to this guy. The swapping messed me up there again. But whatever. But yeah, the in-air spray is very good with, like, a lot of the Chapter 7 weapons. But in medium range like that, when you're not shockwaving too far to get to somebody, you could do so much damage with the SMG. Like, both times there, on those final 2 players, I did a lot of damage on my way to them. And things were going absolutely terrible for me because I kept messing up the swapping. And it still just did great. If I wasn't griefing the swapping, it would have been, like, very clean kills. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.